that's how it was. Okay. Next on the agenda. Yes. We deem this to be okay. Okay, we can have a lift arm in here, but no further. Okay. Which means this thing here needs to be replaced by something different. Okay, we don't need this anyway. So 13 is too long. 13 is too long by 2 studs. Okay, no problem. So we use a, yeah, this one. Okay, this needs to go for now. We'll deal with all of this after we modify this. Okay. Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, yeah, we cannot use anything here. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be different. Yeah, because we have a 3-stud pin already in here. We can't use anything else. All right. So we're gonna use this one anyway. Use it anyway. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, this is subject to change. This is probably gonna change. But I just need something in here. Okay. Okay. We can safely remove this. Okay. Okay. We have this problem here. This is separating. So we're gonna have to do something here. We do not need these. We can make them here. Okay. Separation issue we can solve. Yeah. Without doing things here. We can basically have this guy here. I think I had this solution before. Of course, I would need to. No, I won't dismantle anything. I will do it like this for now. So we have an opportunity here. So we have to prevent this frame here from being pushed out. And we can do so by using this here and an axle going through here. The axle has to be, it can be this, I mean, yeah. It can be a number 4, so it doesn't stick out. And it's still easily removable if we desire. There. Axle is in, and this frame no longer can be pushed out. Very good. Okay. Next, this side is done. Other side. This is good. This is good. We do need these. Yeah, we don't need any of this here. I'm gonna do all of this new, except at this point, of course. And this guy will stay kind of. Okay. Ah, yeah, we modified the other side already. Okay, yeah, we need to modify this as well. This is the same. Okay, this here. This. This. Okay. Yeah, this makes kind of sense, I guess. Oh, okay. So you suspend here. Here, okay, so we cannot have it here. And here. Okay. Right. So while we are here, we can install the panel that I have on the other side as well. You know. much easier. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And here we are going to make this easier as well. By installing the pins here. These black ones. Or we could push them in here, but just makes assembling and disassembling everything here 1,000 times easier. Okay. Almost. There we go. Right. This side. Okay. This is of course all in preparation for everything else, but yeah. Okay. What are we missing? Nothing for now. Okay. So now we need to make this thing here. And then we can start installing the suspension. Yeah. Okay. So how about this side? Okay, this side is gonna be easy. This side, very specific order of installation. So in order for us to install this here, we need to remove the steering shaft, otherwise we have no room. So we remove the steering shaft. Then we can place this guy in. And then we use a very special tool, aka screwdriver, to do this. This is probably gonna be the most annoying piece of the build. I don't know how to do it otherwise. Job done. And on the other side, it's the same, only we have more room. Well, a little bit. Technically here we wouldn't need a special tool. this is fine, I guess. So now we can start transferring parts from this here to this here. I'm going to basically, well, we don't need this here. I don't think so. So I'm going to make life a little bit easier. We'll start with the steering rack, I think. Steering rack in first. And I am going to use. Come on. I'm going to use a blue pin on the bottom where this connects. Otherwise, it's going to be just too difficult to align them properly. Before I do that, before I do the stupid thing, this goes in first. This goes in first. There. This is aligned. Steering rack is nice and firm, just the way we like it. Very good. Feels very nice. Okay, let's continue. So obviously we need to produce 2 of these lower suspension arms because in the previous stream we made only 1. So I need to mirror this before proceeding. I don't think we can optimize for parts much. So this one, yeah, this is this side, and this is this side. Okay. So I don't disassemble any of them accidentally. Oh, come on. And it's gone. Okay, fine. Just to make everything cleaner and sturdier. Yeah. Okay. We put in a 5-stud with stop. Right. So the good part is that all of this here was actually quite heavy because there was a lot of stuff. And we are getting rid of a lot of weight just by redesigning the front suspension. And I'm dismantling this to get parts. Okay, saved. Okay. Only thing that I need is 2 of these. Okay, this part is done. So we have this guy here. You go. There we go. Okay. Almost done, and yeah. Okay. Oh no, we said the other one. Just this and a pin. Or 2 pins. This. Okay. I think these two are looking identical. So, all that's left now is to install them. And then we can bask at the greatness of our new suspension. I am going to use this here. Just for that. easy installation. Wait, what? What? Oh. Okay. Two things. Two things. Yeah. This thing here needs to be one stud lower, of course. Of course. Oh, come on. Just in the way. That's thing number one that we need to change. Okay. Okay. Second, why the fuck is this not making sense? So it needs to be here. Yeah, because it needs to be here. Okay. I fucked up. So this thing here needs to be one step closer. Okay. What the? Come on. Right. Okay. We're going to deal with this later. So we can pin the suspension. Okay. Okay. Let's do the other side as well. Come on. Great. Steerings. Just this remains. And we have our much simpler front suspension. And this is gonna be. This is not gonna be. It is much sturdier than the than this. Much sturdier. Yeah. Plus we have geometry. Yeah, this feels great, to be honest. Feels great. Okay. Come on. Okay. Very good. Very good. Hey Sharon, welcome to the stream. So, very good. This is now, you know, I mean, obviously, because we don't have anything connecting any of this, you know, everything here is a little bit, let's say, on the twisty side, which we don't want. But at least this front suspension is fantastic, I think. Yeah, this is going nowhere. I mean, it's twisting a little bit now, but this is me. This I can see here that the chassis is twisting. So you see, it's actually not the slack here in the A-arm. It's the A-arm is basically twisting the chassis, which is what we like. Very, very good. Okay. So now that we have done this here, let's move on. Next problem, of course, this entire thing here. So I'm getting a building aid, basically a piece of wood, so that we can have this on a flat surface. For this, I'm going to disconnect the springs so that we have, you know, so that the suspension arms are not touching the ground and, you know, lifting it up. And this is now completely flat. So now that we can judge these angles. Now I have space problems again. So now we have to make the connection from here to here again. We need to check what the clearance from the wheels is, which we forgot before we disconnected the springs. But yeah, let's see what the rocker panels say first, because this is kind of important. Oh, we're already rubbing. Okay. So we are already rubbing. Rubbing on this here. So, goodbye. I mean, the steering angle, I cannot complain. The steering angles are great. Only the scrub radius is kind of shit. Even, you know, if we take 90 degrees into account, this, which is still great. This is 90 degrees of rotation. I can live with that. So 90 degrees for the servo. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, where are my rocket arms? Yeah, it's starting to assemble something. I mean, it does. There's like, the funny thing is that there's not much there, even though we are basically developing this for more than a year. I think we started when, no, it's about a year. I think we started um, in the fall of last year. Yeah, so we are basically 1 year in, and it's still nothing. Okay, so this needs to be here. I'm going to temporarily fix it somehow. Okay, and here, and let's see how bad it is. Okay, come on. Okay, I predict it's gonna collide, of course. But then we have a problem if this collides. How do we solve this part here? I mean, there are of course options. There are the sections, sections that are shaped like this, and we can just add like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, so that we get rid of this here. And then this part here will be covered by the wheel flare, I guess. So let's turn the wheel. Bam! Of course. We get collision. So I'm gonna move it one step further to the back. Which is more difficult than it seems because I don't have any holes here. Okay. I'm gonna hold it like this. Doesn't matter. So yeah, it needs to be one step further to the back. Okay. I mean, we did not have the problem with this problem with the multi-link, of course, because the scrub radius was a lot smaller. The pivot point was more inside the wheel, so the wheel took up less space to rotate. August, yeah, okay. So here you can see how much effort goes into designing, you know, simple things. I mean, this is the front suspension is it's very simple, but we needed so many iterations to arrive at it, and it works flawlessly. There's nothing I will want to change, because right now small imperfections that it has, who cares? It's better than anything on the market. So even with that, so we're gonna leave it like that. The only thing that we might change is we might add another spring support here, and we might add another spring, maybe not a hard one but a softer one, if it turns out that the spring softness is the springs are not soft enough, are not hard enough. But this is something we are gonna deal with once we have more bodywork on, and it's relatively easy to add. So at least the 5th version. Yeah, we had like 2 or 3 versions of the multilink, uh, at least 3 versions of non-multilink. I don't know. I completely lost track. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna keep the wheels on, or we don't. Yeah, we're gonna keep the wheels on for now, just to see what the clearance here is. What clearance we have for the downright supports. It could be more, you know. Could be more. Easily. It could be easily more. I lost track as well. Um, okay, so I would like to here. I would like to have a basically the same brick as here, only that this brick, of course, I would like to have a longer one, and then stacking it against this one. So basically, what I would do. No, I'm not streaming on Twitch. We did try Twitch once, but YouTube kind of turned out to be better for this kind of content, simply because it's easier to be discovered. Twitch, I think, is more for gaming and stuff. It doesn't even have options for me to select what I'm even streaming. It just wants to focus on games. I can't have this. Okay. So basically, I would stack it like this. So we can have the door here. We would have the door here, like that. And then I think we can have the mechanism down. But I would move this here one step further in as well. Yeah. So it's not as far out. We have more room for the door, and I think we would have a hard time putting this in anyway. Let me check again. Yeah, it needs to be one step further in anyway, because this is the spring, and it would collide with this anyway. So we need to move it one step further in. This. Okay. Now, I don't know. Something. I had the door in my hand. Where the fuck? Oh, here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now we have a fighting chance. Because here, the door. Now, if we compress this. Perfect. Almost. But yeah. Almost. Because it still collides with this. I'm gonna just try this. I have to. One. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if it's high enough. I think not. I think it needs to be like higher. I think we might need to change the attachment point here on the door to make it lift it higher. Okay. Okay. What about the collision? Okay. Yeah, it does not collide. This is perfect. The angle here is perfect. This does not collide. Yeah, okay, but it's still so soft that literally I cannot twist the chassis. I mean, before I compress the springs, the chassis twists. Okay. Okay. Let's remove the door. This is gonna be okay. Better, much better than before. That's what we wanted to correct. Okay, next thing. We need to see how much room do we have here. You know, like this. What are our chances here? Okay. Okay. Great. I think we might change this guy here for a flip-flop beam for this one. So we can have this hole here. We can utilize this hole here, you know. And this is exactly what we're gonna do. Yeah, just a second. Take this. It's an easy swap. Ish, of course. We'll do the other side later when we know what we're doing. Right now we don't. Okay. This one is obviously too long, but it's gonna be fine. Okay. Right. So now we need to find a matching angle or hole here, and I think it's here. Yeah. It is here. I'll show you right away. Not here. Here. There we go. So, see, this is our hole on this side, and I think this is the correct angle that we can have here. And with this knowledge in mind, we can put remove the wheels and put the car on the piece of wood. Or, you know, we can leave it on the desk, but let us recheck. So now everything sits flat on the piece of wood. Let's see if this is still correct. This is not correct. Not at all. This was forced. I mean, it's hard to tell. This is actually a very good case for CAD, because in CAD everything is adhering to perfect geometry. Here, you know, everything is, it's never gonna be perfect in reality. In reality, you will always get some flex that you need to work around. And if I do this, of course, the problem is that this, if I pull it down here, this is starting to sag. I don't want this to sag. So this has to be steeper, I think. For this we need to make this the correct length. Which is this. Okay. Okay. So the correct position for this would be if this wasn't here, I think. Let's try this. I mean, it's always stuff like this. Yeah, I think this, always trying with axles, because like this you don't force it. But no, this is yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm lifting it up a little bit and inserting, but this might be just because things here are not perfectly flat. Let's see what if I do the same thing on the other side. Yeah. I think we can live with that. We can live with that. Okay. Okay. I mean, the thing is that things in the front are already being somehow forced. So this connection here, this lift arm, is connected to the frame here, but in CAD this is not gonna go well because of the lift arm here below. So the lift arm below that is holding the springs and this lift arm are colliding in CAD. I can tell that. So I can tell that without having CAD. So but we can live with that. Some tension is, you know, inevitable. Yeah, I mean, this is, it's not under stress. Granted, this can bend, of course, but we are gonna fix the bending here. I mean, what can we do? What can we do, Kristen? Yeah, so we cannot have this guy here, and this guy is here. going to recheck this collision. On 4 doesn't, but here it would collide. But this is a very extreme angle. Very extreme. I don't think we're gonna ever get to there. I mean, this is an angle that the wheel should never be at anyway, because at full compression you will probably be in this direction, because this is the cornering direction. If you're doing this, you are doing something wrong, but you are colliding, which is making me uncomfortable. Yeah. Okay. Problem is, well, no, there's no problem actually. What if we approach this a little bit differently and used something like this? Wait, this would actually work? No way. No way this would work. This cannot work. Yeah. It kind of works. I mean, it's being pulled a little bit to the front. Yeah. But then again, who cares? Who cares if this is not vertical? It does mesh. You know? It's... Come on. Nicely fits in. There's no stress. And it doesn't collide. Oh, really? I mean... Thank you, I guess, but... I don't know. I have no reference. I have not spoken with Chinese people English, because most of them do not know English anyway. At least the ones I met. What if we make this longer? Where will it come to? Yeah. Forget it. Okay. Already, you know, already this is less twisting, but it's still not good. We need the downward support so that these two cannot twist. This guy here is probably gonna be just cosmetic. We'll see. Hey, Maxim. Let's see. Okay, how do we do that? Because we have removed stuff here. Best we could do is pin it here, I think. To have a, I don't know, a connection down there. Ideally, we would connect to this guy here. That wouldn't be bad. That would not be bad. But that's ideal. At least 2 stats shorter. I'm gonna use a gray one. No. Amazing. Come on. You know what? This is actually gonna work. It's perfect geometry. At least from where I see. Only that we are going to make this one 2-part. It's gonna be a 2-part. Smaller section on top, longer section on the bottom. No. Obviously, we need to check if it collides with the wheel. That we need to check, but we should be fine. So that's the plan. That's the plan, to have this here. So let's put the wheel on and see what the wheel says before we decide on installing it. Wheel says yes. No collision. So that's a go. Very good. Obviously, in order to do this, we have to dismantle, well, pretty much everything that we put in. Well, more or less the steering rack. Steering rack needs to go out. Otherwise, we cannot remove the pin holding this in. And yeah. Yeah. Oh, everything needs to go out. And this needs to go there. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can do this differently. We most definitely can do this better. So we're gonna do it like that. So the thing is that building experience is very important. And if you have to take out this here, I'm gonna intentionally put it back in, just so we can practice and see that it's not gonna be necessary to remove next time. So I'm gonna put this in first. And this is a piece that's gonna go in while building the whole center section. So one of the first things that's gonna go on the frame itself. So you know that people are not gonna be fiddling with it right up like I'm now, but it's gonna be streamlined. Okay. And now I can put this here. Rotate it. And put the pin that we want here. See? Much better building experience. And the pin here, obviously, is gonna be the pin for our brace. Come on. There we go. Having to align this many pins is not easy. There we go. Okay. Holy shit, does this feel a lot sturdier than before? A lot sturdier. Even this side is like jelly compared to this. Very nice. Okay, let's repeat that on the other side. Come on. Okay. So we will no longer need a special tool. Come on. Oh. Please. Okay. There we go. steering rack back in. Okay. Okay, this is now a lot sturdier. It's still not as sturdy as I would like it. But we're getting there. I mean, what's missing is still the roof. The roof is gonna add a little bit to it because, you know, they're still too jelly like. Where can I grab it? See, this is still not okay. So one thing I would like to do is I would like to brace these here down to these. But there's little more that I can do here. The rocker panels, I don't know. I mean, I would like to have rocker panels that combine these, you know, so that, you know, we don't get, you know, this disconnect and stuff. But yeah, we have to reconsider a few things here. This is probably not going to be the final version of this brace. So we would want to have this a little more braced, because these, so the rocker panel that we are gonna put on, this is more cosmetic. This is not gonna really brace anything, because on top we cannot put anything, and we don't have any additional pinholes here to make it an element that actually bears any weight, at least not in this configuration. Yeah, but we're getting there. I mean, what we have now here is much better than what we had before. It's cleaner, you know, and everything. We can change the this lift arm here. We probably could and should even get rid of it if it's not gonna provide any value, because I don't see how it provides any value from being here other than adding weight. And we don't want weight. We need to make sure that this does not have any excess weight. What I do need is more of these. More of these. I need more of these. For the other side. Yeah, so I need to write my Countach an email asking for more of these, for longer ones as well, and for the new gearbox pieces, if I may get some, so we can maybe improve the gearbox as well. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it for today. So on Friday we need to reconsider this part here, see if we can, you know, make it somehow connect to this here, see if, you know, we can maybe have a brace over there, so that this part here, you know, is kind of sturdy, because this is still no, it's not okay. Roof would change a little, but not the entire thing. So we do want this to be tiny bit more sturdy. Yeah. At least the rear is now very. Oh, the rear part is very strong compared to this. Yeah. But yeah, I am very happy with our front suspension. Very happy. Mm. Yeah. Ha. Yes. That's one thing that we need to check. Because I am very afraid of this. Very afraid. Will it collide with any of the light stuff or not? My guess is yes, of course, it will collide, but you know. Okay. So let us see. At the moment, it immediately, even at full drop, it collides with well, basically everything. Basically everything, and then once it wants to, you know, do anything, yeah, even with the rear support, it collides. Wonderful. Just wonderful. You know, it hits pretty much everything. So yeah, this cannot be here. And when retracted, it is. This is at more than full drop, so it doesn't hit it. But as soon as it's like this, it's already dangerously close. Why did it collide before? Oh, okay. So it doesn't collide. It doesn't collide with this here, which is good. It does just collide with the inner structure. So with this part here. So we need to move this further in somehow, and hope it doesn't collide with it. So basically by one stud, we could leave this the pivot point on the body, so on the panel where it is. We just move the gray part further in. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Sure, Christian. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So that's it for today. I am pretty exhausted, so We are doing good. We are doing good. I mean, we are way behind schedule, but we're doing good. Next stream is gonna be on Friday, and we're gonna continue where we left off. I hope I can think of a few solutions here. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream.